Welcome back to our PLC architecture series. In this video, we will be learning a very important PLC component, which is power supply. Without a stable power supply, a PLC simply cannot function. So let's explore how it works, its types, and its key components. Let's see what are the functions of a power supply in a PLC. The power supply in a PLC performs four major functions. First is voltage conversion. It converts AC voltages from 120 volt or 220 volt typically into low voltage DC required for a PLC. Or if a PLC is supplied with 24 DC voltage, it will then convert it into stable low voltage DC that is required for PLC components. The second function of a power supply is regulated power. It ensures a steady and reliable voltage for the CPU, memory, and input-output modules. The third function of the power supply is protection. It shields the PLC from voltage fluctuations, power surges, and electrical noise. The fourth function of a power supply is backup power, which is an optional thing. Some PLCs include a battery power to retain memory data in case of power failure. Now let's see what are the types of power supplies in PLCs. There are two main types of power supplies in PLC, internal power supply and external power supply. For internal power supply, they found in compact PLCs, which are a type of PLC where the CPU, input-output modules, and power supply are integrated into a single unit. The internal power supply converts 120 or 240 volts AC into 5 volt or 24 volt DC. It simplifies installation and reduces wiring complexity, and they are best suited for small scale automation systems. External power supply are used in modular PLCs, which are a type of PLC where the power module is separate from the CPU. It also provides 24 volt DC or 5 volt DC to CPU and input-output modules. It supports basically scalability, which make it ideal for large industrial automation systems. And it ensures better power distribution and basically the flexibility. Now let's break down the key components of a PLC power supply. The first component is transformer. Its function is it converts high AC voltage to a low AC voltage. Then there is a rectifier. It converts AC voltage into pulsating DC voltage. In order to make pulsating DC voltage into a smooth DC voltage, we use filters or capacitors. The voltage fluctuations can damage the PLC components. So in order to prevent the voltage fluctuations, we use the voltage here, which basically maintains a steady output voltage, commonly 5 volt DC or 24 volt DC. And in order to prevent the PLC components from overvoltage, overcurrent, and short circuit, we use protection circuits. They include fuses and circuit breakers, etc. And finally, we have backup battery, which is an optional component. It provides temporary power to retain RAM data and real-time clock settings in case of power loss. And now let's talk about common power supply voltages in PLCs. Different PLCs use different power supply voltages depending on their applications. For example, 240 volt AC is used in large-scale industrial applications. 24 volt DC is the standard voltage for PLCs. 5 volt DC is used in microprocessor and logic circuits, and 12 volt DC is found in smaller automation systems. So that concludes the overview of the power supply in PLC. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.